Boom, there we are. Finally, happy, thankful Thursday, Fashion Dawn, May 7th, and welcome to another episode of Now by Stevie. We are back with none other than a dear friend of the show, Dee Whitt. Welcome back to the Dollhouse, handsome. It's been a minute since we last chatted, and I think the last conversation we did was back sometime in the beginning of this year or either last year in 2025. But it's been a minute, so how have you been? Thank, thank Yesterday, it's been a blur. It's been so much going on. But go ahead, my love. I'm sorry.
working in education by day. It's so many moving parts, especially when you're dealing with a lot of issues. That has
Yeah,
been I and it has
I know.
it's a lot, But for me not to be there, not to provide a safe space for my students or my staff, then I'll be doing it. Take time for myself and just breathe. That's why I'm glad I started, doing more photo shoots and stuff like that because I have to get back into, you know, Dion space. I have to get back into my headspace and back into my craft so I can actually take a lot of what I go through, with work and just sort of put that into my model in some way, shape, or form. And not be so explicit in terms of telling, everyone like my business or anything like that. But sort of try to convey a message, but in a different way and really bring art to another forefront for me. And, it's not just about, trying to make sure I stay physically fit, but it's making sure that if I'm going to present an image, I want to make sure I'm actually embodying whatever image that I'm doing, that I'm telling a story, if that makes any sense. So, but yeah, things have been good and bad, but more good than bad. I say bad because again, I've found students that really was just mind blowing, and it's like, what do I do? Um, do I let other people handle situations, especially when they're coming to me and I'm their first source to sort of vent and try to help, or they seek solace with? I just can't turn a blind eye to that. And when I do that, then I figure out there's more people that are struggling with certain things. And it's like, okay, this becomes a bigger issue. So now it's all about trying to put something together where in which it's not just about helping a situation just for that situation, but it's also trying to bring this particular need and trying to create something that's sustainable for, you know, um, months ahead and the next wave, or just provide better service that I can provide for these students and not just give or fun, like workshops and stuff like that, but definitely making sure that I'm setting them up for success in all capacities and not just like the technical aspects of it, but like the mental, and making sure that they're okay. And it's a lot. And but God didn't place me here for no reason. So I think I'm actually, things happen for a reason. You know what I mean? And the way things have been happening lately, it's like, wow, this happened, then that happened, then this happened, and it's like this issue and that issue, but they all are aligned in some way, shape, or form. So I'm just doing what I do, and I'm glad that, and I'm very proud of myself for handling it and not letting it make me crack. If anything, I'm doing it like a soldier in a good way.
And that you have. And I always bring you back because we talk a lot about self care when we're together on my platform and how imperative it is. We both have the same mindset. You know my situation. We talked behind the scenes.
Right.
For those of you who don't know, my mom sent her your love. She's doing well. I've got good news. So
God
I
bless
will
her.
say that that's
Thank you.
kind of all glowy. And I said, you know what, the theme today, because I always, whenever I put my looks together, it's always a theme with each look and a story behind each look. So today's look is bronze, hence the dress, hence everything. I said, I'm feeling bronzed today. So, especially with the news of my mom, it feels great.
Right.
It feels great. So I will say that. But it's also about balance. I can say that to anybody who is in this situation where it feels like the weight of everything is on you and you're never going to get out of this situation. It's always something great that comes out of it for you. It is always a big blessing. And my aunt was telling me that she said too, he is taking you through this for a reason. The
Absolutely.
universe or whatever you believe in is you're going through this for a reason because this is a test for you to see how strong you are. And these past few couple of days, when I tell y'all, it has been about balance, being able to balance out your what you do, style, of course, doing style by Stevie, and then being, taking care of family and everything. It has taught me a lot about balance. And sometimes you're forced in these positions, not by choice, but you have to because this is your loved one. This is, the kid you work with the children.
Hmm.
So the children look up to you. And it's all about you learning how to, for anybody out there, this is where you step in your leadership position. We always say we want to be a boss. This is now the time
Mm.
for you to lead and step into your leadership position to anybody who feels the same way me or D feels. So today's show is solely centered around self-care and making sure that you put yourself first, which is something that I always preach a lot about. And listen to your body. Trust me. I'm only 32 years old. And one thing about me is one of my guests, shout outs to Kid Griffey, he says, you don't look like you're 32 at all. And I said, I take that as a compliment because I try to live my life
Absolutely.
stress as for each and every one of us. But sometimes, these things happen in our life for a reason because it helps shape us, it helps mold us into even bigger, stronger leaders than we are today. Having to be the ones, and then growing up with siblings as well, too, is always good when you have siblings around or friends around to kind of encourage you and help you along the way throughout that
Right.
process. So I would say that. But to you, I'm very proud of you for being able to manage that, working with the kids. And then where I've been seeing the photo shoots, I'm like, okay, he's doing another photo shoot and another photo shoot, and you're consistent with it. You're following your not only your passions, but your dedications to those kids because those kids love you. They look up to you. And you're sort of steering them. They're telling you their issues because children see everything. I have a 2-year-old nephew, so I
Hmm.
know this. Children see everything and they pay attention to everything. And it's
Right.
important that we, put ourselves in these positions to be in their lives to encourage them and keep them on the right paths. And with what you're doing, you're
Agreed.
keeping them in the right path as well. So kudos to you
Yeah.
for that. It's also a balance with making sure that you find the things that you love, which is doing those amazing photo shoots that you give us every single day. We see you post them on the gram. So
Stop it.
kudos
Stop
to
it.
you
I
for
try.
that.
Yeah. I thank you for that. It's something, it's, I think everyone needs a break at times, especially when life comes in and it's like, something you have to analyze things. You see it through a different lens when you go through particular situations. You want to feel as though you don't want to be you want to stay consistent. You want to stay relevant, of course, right? But I also don't want to do the same things that I've done 10 years ago. I want to keep progressing in a different level, and it's always, as an Aquarius, I always, my mind changes with the drop of. But I'm also much like, I'm not a scheduled dude. Comes to like putting things on paper, and some people write things down and they have to memorize it. I hate to be so robotic. Teach his own. I respect those that are like that. But like I said, my mind changes quickly, and what I have uh, planned today or what I have in a vision stance today, it may change tomorrow. And I think working in this field of education, as long as I've been doing, um, I can have a set schedule. I can come into my office and a student can just stay in here and just vent to you, and I'm like, absolutely. Absolutely. And without hesitation, I don't sit there and I don't give them feedback. I listen to them. I just be that open ear and just let them vent. And then when they finish, I always ask. I always ask. I ask prior and of course, afterwards. And even sometimes during, are you okay? Like, are you? That's all I care about. It's everything else to me is all just about details. But to me, what's most important is making sure you're okay. And sometimes being that person that someone can just come to and just talk without having any opinions, just sitting there and just listening to you, I think goes a long freaking way. And a lot of us are not used to having someone like that in their life. And I want to be that person. Of course, there's times when which I have to stop and just say, listen, have you ever tried it this way? But it's never trying to be infringing upon making sure putting my theories or my ideologies or my opinions and making sure that they listen to that. No, giving them an alternative and say, have you ever tried it? And why not try it? What has changed me recently, and which is it's definitely a aspect is really starting my own agency. I think I have to really go at this full throttle because there's so many students that I've met, so many staff members that I've hired recently that are interested in modeling, interested in acting, being whether it's a voiceover actor, whether it's like a theatrical actor, um, musical genius. There's one of my students, 13, and stuff like that. So I'm putting together a gigantic talent show within 2 weeks, and friends are performing, but giving them the space and the outlet to do so. But seeing these people, do this something, and to them it's nothing. Like, you ask them, like, my guy, oh, I'm okay. I like them being modest, but I also stop them and say, wait a minute. That's when I interject and I'm like, no, you're not just okay. You're phenomenal. And to see their face light up because they're not used to someone calling them saying that they're phenomenal, using a word or using some type of like accolade that they're not used to hearing, it makes them feel good. And they're supposed to hear how great they are and give them every single flower that they deserve, but inspire them to go after their dream regardless of what the naysayers say. And there's so many naysayers that would tell them, oh, you can't do that. What's this person from the Bronx or the South Bronx? They can't do that. Yes, you can. You never know if you can't do it if you don't try. And I always put myself and use myself as inspiration to them. And they sit back and they actually I've received about like 10 letters this week from students saying, thank you so much for just inspiring me, telling me your story, going into deep about my personal background and how I got into what I'm doing. Again, these are things that the being above put me in this position, and I talks like me. People are not expecting to put something, and I want to have the naysayers sit there and say, "Oh shoot, I didn't know he could to go after every single dream possible." And if you don't know how to do it, we'll find a way. You know what I mean? There's always a will. Where there's a will, there's a way, right? But
Yes,
always be able to help as much as I can. But I think my help would be power to go after it full throttle, as opposed to sit there and have anyone stifle it.
absolutely. Absolutely. And with your experience in the business, you also there encouraging and cheering these kids on about what they want to do, their passions, their dreams. They're going to be in the right path, in the right direction. And I tell people this all the time. It is important. if you are starting off in the business, young in the business, that you surround yourself with like-minded people who will help steer you in the right direction and make sure that you are
Absolutely.
staying on that path to get where you need to be. Now, I like to write things down and I also love to create vision boards. And I like to plan when I
Hmm.
like to do it. Each season, I'm always envisioning what I want for each season. This season, I said, this is going to be the season for more. And it's going to be more and more and more to come to keep encouraging other people as well too to go after what they want to do. So with season 20, this season alone has been amazing because almost everything that I've manifested is now coming to fruition. I placed that on the board. And, I was just flipping through, thinking, writing down, brainstorming, creating charts, doing all of these different things of what I wanted it to look like, what I wanted it to be. I'm always envisioning. So there's nothing wrong with dreaming. We think that dreaming or using your imagination is for kids or putting things that you want to do out there, but
Mm.
no, it's never too late to go after whatever it is that you want to do. And also make sure that you're taking care of yourself because nobody else is going to do it to you. Listen to your body. Trust me. And like I said, I'm in my 30s.
Yeah.
So now being in this age, it's like the things that I used to do, and I was teasing with everybody last week about it. I said, the things that I used to do in my teen years and in my 20 years, I can no longer do. Like if you get up in age, that you get up in your 30s and so forth and beyond, it's like you kind of have to slow it down, pace by pace. Don't rush it. But whatever it is that you want to do, you make sure that you get that done. And so I'm so thankful with
I'm
the
glad
little
that.
resources that I do have and family members and friends that I'm able to get the things that I need to get done. I'm truly thankful for that. I can't say that enough. Yeah.
Something that only happens with age. I used to be just like that. Back in my 30s, I was always the one that I didn't believe in down because it was my norm to always be constantly. We don't we as just human beings, we're so used to that fast paced mentality.
Oh yeah. Catch.
Else you want to go because it's again the dreams are endless, right? So why stifle yourself a whole block, you know what I mean, or a whole town or city or what have you. But
Right.
self care is very important. So taking time for yourself and as the physical content wake up and I felt completely different. You know, didn't even boom. I 30. I what? I like, but
Don't push yourself so hard. Right.
I met with a neurologist. Ironic. Even he was the one that brought it up. I didn't even realize at all. And when he brought it up, I was like, holy shit, wow. It was a year ago almost that I was, in a different situation where in which my life sort of changed for the better, ironically, because I had a lot of clarity after that. And he goes, how do you feel? And I'm like, on my mind, work wise. And I, but I'm not gonna let it break me. I'm gonna do everything in my power to try to find a solution, but not let it mess up my own mental capacity because it can't. Because if I'm not mentally stable, I can't do anything. And I don't want that mental instability to have any type of physical effect on me. And I have to think about that 110,000% and not even like put that in the back of my mind. That has to be in the forefront because I don't want my mind to start thinking, oh shoot, if I don't do this, then that's going to happen. No, but that can want there to ever be a possibility of that. If I can control it, then I'm going to control that. Whatever I can control, I've learned that I have to control it. The stuff I can't. But the stuff I can, I I gotta.
Right, and it's out of everybody saying hello. Shout outs to my girl Faith is the substance. Y'all make sure y'all head on over and subscribe to her channel. She did an interview yesterday with Tiffany Monique, amazing actress. It was a great interview. Y'all go and check that out. That is on my community tab. Shout outs to my brother K Tooks, host of the K Tooks Spot. We will be collabing later this year, so you guys stay tuned for that. And he says, "Hey sister, Dee Whitt, Faith, everybody. Yes, everybody's coming in and out. It's been a kind of a gloomy day. I don't know where everybody is, but the replay will be up. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But I want to go back to what you just said about epilepsy. My guest that I had on the show Monday, Kid Griffey, also opened up about his experience with it too. And you know my personal
Right,
situation. My sister who passed away, she also suffered from that as well.
right.
So it's just like, how do we come back from this? And he said the way that he healed himself was through music. Music was his
Mm,
healing. That was his savior. So you have to make sure that you're being gentle to yourself and finding out a way that will help you heal as well too in the end result and process. And that's for anybody who suffers
absolutely.
with that. So be gentle to
Hmm.
yourself. Definitely. Trust me, I'm learning the hard way. I'm paying for it because I sometimes push my body too hard to keep going and keep going. But it's just like now in my 30s, I've learned to just take my time with it, be slow, be gentle. And
You have
sometimes
to.
I have to jump up and rush because it's like, okay, my mom, you guys will hear it in the background. My mom will call me or something is going on, and I have to run immediately and skedaddle and jump up. It's literally like, how can I describe it? Like Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins is into everything, and she has her bag, and she'll pull out a lamp, and then she'll pull this out, and then the housekeeper, she's the same way. She moves around, she's fast, she's turning. That's me. And whenever my mom calls, I come a running and I have to go and tend to her and then tend to Style by Steve. So it's a balance. It's definitely a balance. But I've learned don't
Right.
rush, take your time. And I've learned to stop doing that. So to anybody out there, stop rushing, be patient and let it come to you. And anything else will all fall in line. The universe it'll all fall in line.
A-
Trust
110. I've learned that a lot. I think one my last shoot that I well one of the shoots I had not too long ago, and the cool thing about this particular shoot it was I worked with this amazing artist Justin O'Keefe from Texas, and I worked with him one time before. He inspired me, African American photographer, but his aesthetic was just phenomenal, and he shot like he captured like especially like when I would see like another muscular dude being captured in a way where in which you normally don't see that particular type of physique being captured, and the art, by
me. Yeah.
pain, and I'm like, okay, say no more, and just it came out magical. It was tough. Give me 1 second, Stevie. Hold on.
And in the meantime, Fashion Dolls, welcome as you're coming in. Hey, Spice. Hey, girl. How
Say it
are you
again,
doing,
Derry.
Fashion Doll?
Landline 1000.
I hope y'all are
Yeah,
doing
what's
well.
up?
It's been a rainy Thursday.
Yeah,
I have
I'm gonna
no
come.
clue
All right.
everybody is Fashion Dolls, but y'all make sure that y'all are tuned in. Make sure y'all. So it's all about balance. We are balancing it out. Thank you. Thank y'all, Fashion Dolls. Thank y'all. As you're just coming in. Make sure y'all also check out the interview yesterday with Coach D Speaks. That was a great interview and conversation. So y'all make sure y'all go and check that out. That is up right now. Stevie, you look beautiful. loving the hair and the beat. Thank you. Thank you. A little bit of Janet Jackson inspo, but today is bronze. I'm feeling great all over. Um, and yes, make sure y'all go and check out yesterday's look as well too. Yesterday's look was even more over the top with that big black. It was everything. It was everything. I love that one. Today I said no couture. Today we just gonna do something simple and plain. And let me zoom. Let me get up
See?
close. Do something called the glam cam, so you guys can see the glam a little bit better. Yes, I like it too. I love the big hair. It is different, and I hope y'all like it
What
too.
do you mean?
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Very,
Okay,
very
more kids
generous,
came
very
downstairs.
generous.
I'm gonna
But
bring them back
y'all make
upstairs.
sure y'all go and check out the K2 spot.
Oh, okay. Oh, so then, okay. Oh, they can't go. Okay, I got you.
And the
Yeah, they ain't coming
secret
in.
to the bronze, secret to the bronze. Let me grab it. Hold on one minute.
Got you. All right. And I have a phone number too, so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yes, 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 yes. I
I'll let
love
her
it.
know.
This is
I got you.
secret bombshell bronze. And
It's
as you
upstairs. I
can
left it
see, it
upstairs.
is
But don't worry
all,
about it. We'll be good to go. Thank you.
it looks great and it smells so
But
good too. So this
and
this
I
is my go-to
which
for the
button
day.
again?
It's actually a part of my
For the door.
center
Okay,
today.
okay.
I love it, sis. Thank you,
Hit that
girl.
one.
Thank
Okay.
you. It's
Okay,
feeling
and then I press that
bronze,
button.
like a bronze goddess, and I love it. As y'all can see, it's all over
Gotcha.
on the
Thank you, Derry.
arms there. Yes,
I'm
I
sorry
love
about
it.
that.
You're good.
You
You're
can see
good. I
me?
was holding it down. We were just chopping it up. You guys were talking about today's glam. Dee said something about the hair. Spicy said something about the hair and the beat as well too. Thank you. Thank you. Yesterday's was more so monochromatic. It was e- each week I've just been having a blast giving y'all a fashion show each week. So who knows what I'm gonna pull out of my hat of tricks for tomorrow when I do my interview with Kim. Who knows what I'll be wearing tomorrow? But you guys just stay tuned. Definitely. But today is more so natural. It's more so bronzed. So bronze was the theme. But I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I'm glad y'all are enjoying it. But that is the secret right there. That's what I used to get glowy all over. And then I mixed in some of my bronzer as well too. So yeah. But I hope you all are doing as awesome as I am. I had to bring in the sunshine because it is raining out. I just went out and it is raining. So hopefully that helps. For anybody who's wondering how to get the go. It's not even summer yet. I said, with springtime you have to bring the sunshine in somehow, somewhere.
Right.
So
Yeah, it's warm in New York. It was raining this morning, but now it's like sunny. And I'm multitasking all around my school. It's a lot of moving parts.
no, you are good. You are good. And I'm holding it down. Everybody was asking questions, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And yes, you guys are chatting with each other amongst yourselves. Yes, make sure you head on over and subscribe to Faith. Faith did an interview yesterday with Tiffany, and that was after 6. That was after I got done with Coach Steve. So you guys can head on over and check out her channel. I have it posted on the community tab here. So go to post here on YouTube and you can see all of the people that I've shouted out, and you can check out their channels. Coach D's there, Faith is there, K Tukes, I know Bubs and Conscience just did a live together, so y'all go and check that out as well too. And then of course mine's with Coach D is on my channel as well too here. So make sure y'all subscribe and hit that bell so you'll be notified when new lives are posted. But yes, Kendra Shanae joins me tomorrow. Make sure y'all tune in. Um, both shows are going to be focused solely closing out this week on self care. It's been a heavy week. It's been a busy week for each and every one of us. And I hope that you guys are all being gentle to yourselves as well. It's imperative in these times. So treat yourself. Do something special for yourself.
Absolutely.
Hopefully next week I'm going to the hair salon and that'll be my little treat to myself. And I know I have a few other things to do that week. We have Nelson Davis coming
Are
on the
you
show
leaving?
next week.
Huh?
Make sure y'all stay for that.
Yeah,
We got to
I'm on
catch
the
up
phone
as
right
well.
now. What happened? Where you going? I didn't hear you. Where you going? Who's upstairs? Go upstairs, please. You hear me, Steven?
And we're back. See, he's balancing. This is what we were saying about balance and
I
having
know.
to take care of everything. So we understand and the viewers understand as well too. This is what it's all about. But also make sure that you're being imperative to yourself. Do something special. Mother's Day is Monday. So
Mm.
hopefully I'll get to see my mom, but I've got something very special planned for her, something special for my grandmother as well too. And I hope they like it. I hope they like it. They watch the show, so no, they will not find out what it is that I have for them until they get it. So have y'all started y'all's Mother's Day shopping? Get on top of that pronto, pronto. And I think that bronzing, that highlighting oil that I just showed y'all, that will be a great Mother's Day gift because it smells so. That is why I'm all glowy all over, and you guys can see it in the arms. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. So it would make a great Mother's Day gift. It smells great. Get something special for mom. Treat her, pamper her. And I don't have a show. I had a show scheduled for Monday, but I don't have a show for Monday. So it'll give me time to give me a break to regroup. But next week we will be back. Hopefully Tuesday. Swag two times joins me. We have Nelson Davis also in that lineup for that week, and that won't drop until tomorrow. Friday is when the lineups go out. So it's all about balance. So to give me time to sort of recharge, rejuvenate, I know I have a couple of other things to do as well too, but I try to make sure that I squeeze in a little me time in somewhere and somehow because it's all about
That's
balance.
imperative. You're supposed to. You have to.
Absolutely. So to anybody,
It,
as you can see now with Dee, it's all about balance. Even before coming on, I had to get taken care of, and I'm
it's a
writing
yeah.
notes down.
It's a.
And I always give myself a to-do list of things
That's it.
things that I have as well. Also,
You can take it downstairs. Cafeteria. He knows. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much.
fashion dolls. Do we
Huh?
have any
Yes, yes, yes.
questions for
That's me.
myself
Have a good one.
or D or D
See
Wit?
the balance. Gotta, you have to be. You have to do a lot sometimes. I love it though. I was just meeting one of my
And it
kids' mother.
keeps you on your toes. I will say this: it keeps you on your toes. That's for sure.
It has to. There's no other way for it not to. Hi,
Document it,
hurry up,
put it
hurry,
down, make
hurry.
sure you write one or two things you have
You
to
guys are from
do.
high school?
That's imperative.
Okay, you better hurry up before you girl. How you know where the key's at? Hurry. Go, go, go.
Fashion dolls, do we have any questions for myself or DeWitt on self care or what you could do to find balance within? Because this year alone has taken it's taking a toll on us. Everything that's going on is taking a toll on us. But make sure that you are taking time out. Take breaks. If you have to unplug. It's imperative. Sometimes what I will do is I will put my phone down for a few minutes and I'll go back and I'll check my messages or whatever like that a little bit later. Text everybody back, call everybody back. I make sure that I stay in tune with family. That's important. But it's great to also have friends that check in with you as well too. Like K Tooks will call
Hmm.
me before an that's our ritual. That's our thing. He will call me before an interview and he'll be like, "Okay, sister, how you doing? How you feeling?" Before I go on the air, and it's pretty good because I'm like, "Okay, I'm in a certain mindset." And before I come on and do a show, I set like an atmosphere. I will always have like a candle going, some sort of candle going as in a sort, or either I will pray before my interview, before I go on to do an affirmation, something that kind of gets me in the mood before I come on. So you have to set a certain
Some ritual.
atmosphere. And I was find
Hmm.
your escape that works, definitely.
I agree. I've definitely
But
learned how to
fashion,
do that before any. you have to find some type of escape. You got to find some type of balance or some type of something that's going to make you sustain whatever you have to sustain. Some people, would watch TV. Some people, like you said, will put the phone down. Some people can actually disconnect. Sometimes you need to disconnect completely and then move on to whatever you have to move on to in order for you to actually accomplish that goal, right? So I think disconnecting from something that is your norm is the best thing to do in order for you to keep that, 100% focus. It's not easy, but you have to do it. You have to do something hard, something that you're not used to doing. You know what I mean? And try to find a different way of handling it. Because again, when life throws you that curveball, how you going to get yourself, how you going to make it out of it, how you going to be able to continue to move on when something happens that's not expected. So to be able to put yourself willingly in a situation in which, okay, I really need to focus on this. Like, what's going to make me want to really focus? That's really going to make my mind concentrate on this particular goal that I want to achieve, or something that I really want to accomplish in any type of way, or handle the situation that needs to be handled. I really need to pay attention to it. So I got to alleviate something. I got to put my mind in that frame, that mindset to get ready for it. You know what I mean? And it's tough. It's not easy for someone to find a different outlet when they're not used to finding a different outlet. When they're not used to focusing on themselves, when they're used to focusing on, some people have so many other people they have to worry about. Whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's a
Oh
partner or
yeah.
what have you. It's like, and some people don't have time to really focus on themselves because they're always so busy with life. And I hear that so often. I hear that from so many people that I just, I'm like, when do you have time for you, huh? And answer would be, huh? I mean, yeah, when do you have time for you? When do you make time for you? What do
Right.
you do for yourself? And a lot of people will sit there and say, I don't do anything in particular for myself. It's like I'll do something, but when they'll start naming what they do, it's always involves someone else. And I'm like, but have you ever just stopped and just did something just strictly by either by yourself, whether it's watch your favorite show on TV with no one there, whether it's whatever, take a walk outside when it's nice or even when it's raining, just hearing a raindrop on the floor or hearing looking out the window. What we think is crazy, it's not crazy. I think people get caught up with, oh, that's crazy, I would never do that. Who says it's crazy?
Right.
But what if you
What
like
other
doing
people
that?
think.
Right. Why should you care? But so a lot of us do. So it's like, but we don't take the time to really find out what makes us happy and actually what can get us settled, what can get us calm, what can get us just because our heart needs to be calm, our mind needs to be calm in order for us to really, really preserve our life just in general. And I only say that coming from a person who, you know, who was on the go, who really didn't stop and just say, something. Yes, I was focusing on me, but then what aspect of me was I really focusing on? Was it my physical health? I thought I was. I thought it was focusing on my physical health by going to the gym and trying to eat right and do this, that, and the third. But if that's the case, then if I was focusing on my physical health, certain things wouldn't have happened. And I think a lot of things are preventable, you know. But again, it's
Yes.
focusing on that different aspect of my heart pressure and stuff like that. I'm on heart medication, so it's like, I have suffered from high blood pressure my whole life. Hold on one
Wow.
second, Steve.
And I told you about my story with high triglycerin.
Who's this?
So I had to get out here the same way Dee Whitt works out. Well, I don't do the weights
Oh,
and stuff because I'm trying to get
okay.
muscles.
You want me
I
to hold
let
that
Dee have
upstairs?
muscle.
Okay.
And me, I was there in
I'll
the
call him.
mornings and I would do my
Um,
walks and
no,
just
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's really heavy, right? Okay. 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 Huh? No, no, no. I could probably pick it up myself. But uno minuto. No, it's okay. Thank you. I'm multitasking. I'm getting a piano delivered. Uh, Give me one second,
oh,
Stevie. I'm getting a piano delivered from my
you are
Italian,
good.
from my
I'm holding
student.
it down. Talk about We were talking about you were saying exercise and working out and eating. Yes. You guys know me. I've been on a journey. Every morning I get up at 7 and I do 30 minutes every day of walking. I didn't walk this morning because it was raining. That's 2 days I skipped, but I always try to make sure that I'm on top of everything. Make sure that you are taking a few minutes out of the day to start your day and do a walk or something that will you know, in good tip top health. And I know I walk every morning and I try to make sure that I include fruits and vegetables and drink lots of water. So I try to make sure that I'm maintaining as well because you guys know that I've talked about high triglycerin, your cholesterol. So you have to make sure that you're keeping that at a certain level. Make sure that you're being to yourself and gentle to yourself. And try to live stress free. That's what I do. So make sure that you're also staying hydrated because we're going to be heading into the summer months pretty soon. Make sure you're drinking lots of water and make sure that you're taking a few minutes out of the day, you know, just to take a walk. Take that walk or run or whatever you decide to do. But yes, I want you guys to remember that. Give me one sec, fashion dolls. Give me one sec.
Jaden's coming. Um, so is the whole thing? Let me see. Oh shoot, it is heavy. Bring the car back down. Okay. Gracias.
In
Okay,
the
so just
meantime, fashion
this,
dolls, make sure
and
y'all
this.
subscribe
Okay,
to
gracias. I'll bring
my
it right
channel
back
as
downstairs.
well. Make sure that y'all hit that bell and go with the first option all so you'll be notified when I'm live and when new shows are posted
Yo no sé. Okay.
as well also.
Okay. I showed him, but I'll take upstairs and I'll bring the car back down. And he's coming right now. Thank you. It's too big. He can't hold it. Okay. I think that because he has to practice here. Gracias. You're welcome. I can't drive, Derry. Listen, Jerry, don't judge me with the piano, okay?
Fashion dolls, do we have any questions for myself or Dee Whitt? Yes. And shout out to Scott as well too. Make sure y'all head on over and also subscribe to my other colleagues' channels as well. Bubs to God, Conscious TV, King Jives, K Tubes, Faith is the Substance. It's so many of us. Coach D speaks as well too. Make sure y'all head on over, subscribe to him, and check him out. And hopefully we can have him back on the show because that was good. That was so much fun yesterday. He was doing the same thing that he is doing right now, which is multitasking. And today's show solely is around multitasking and also being so make sure that you are taking a few minutes out of the day for you. Because our bodies are not machines. We can't just keep going and going and going like that. We have to recharge. We have to rest, recharge, and rejuvenate, or the three R's, as I would say. So definitely, definitely, be gentle to
It's
yourself. And check out my girl Spicy as well too. Thank you. Y'all know the color of the season is green, and I chose green for a reason. Green means wealth. Green means great health. All of these great things that are coming to us in this year. So last season's color, season 19 was purple, blue, and silver, and then we did black as well also. So I don't know what season 21's colors are going to be, but definitely make sure that y'all are taking care of yourselves, being gentle to yourselves as well. All right, before we wrap or conclude, Let me check to see what y'all talking about over here on over on the gram. And I like today's look too. I was gonna go with another. Oh, thank y'all. Y'all like today's look. Today's look is very, very neutral, very monochromatic as well also. So yes, thank y'all so much. Ooh, ooh. All right, all right, all right, all right. In the meantime, make sure y'all go and check out the interview with Coach D Speaks. Make sure also that you are subscribed. We have Nelson coming on the show next week. Nelson is a friend of the show. Nelson, as in Nelson J. Davis, will be joining me. We have Swag 2 times Monday. Just giving you guys ahead of the ball who's going to be coming on the show next week. Tomorrow we have Kendra Shanae. It's going to be great to catch up with sis. Super dope, super talented. I think y'all will love her. And we've done some girl talks together in the past. So y'all make sure y'all go and check those out. It was me, her, and Clara. It was three of us, and we did like a panel when I was on IG. So yes, definitely, definitely stay tuned for that. We're gonna have some fun tomorrow. But in the meantime, I want y'all to be gentle to yourselves. I want you to make sure that you're taking care of yourselves. And the most recent news, I heard about what was going on in Georgia, but the people getting off the cruise ship and everything. Y'all, please be safe out here. Be safe out here. We are living in some scary times and of uncertainty. We don't know what's going to happen, but make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Make sure that you get everything that you need. More than anything, look out for your neighbor, look out for your family members and your friends, because Lord knows they're not going to do it. And by them, you know who. So make sure that you are looking out for one another. I just got off the phone with my aunt not too long ago, so I have to call and check and see how my grandmother and everybody's doing on their end. But keep my mom in your prayers. She's coming along, so I wanted to say thank each and every one of you for praying for her and just keeping her uplifted. She's gonna be all right. I was a little worried. I was a little nervous. I didn't want to even talk about it on the show. I said I want my show to be something different. I want Style by Stevie to be something different, other than what people would expect. But I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank each and every one of y'all for y'all love and y'all support, and just y'all are awesome. Y'all are awesome. Y'all keep me lifted and y'all keep me centered, and not just that, but y'all keep me focused. And we have that understanding. So thank y'all so much. Y'all are awesome, my fashion dolls and my supporters. Y'all are awesome. So thank y'all for that. I truly mean. All right. So I'm just waiting, just waiting. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Fashion dolls. But while we're waiting on D fashion dolls, before we wrap or conclude, I'm going to give you guys the final thought of the day, which is on self care. Before we close out, I'm gonna wait on D, and then I am going to close out and go check on everything. All right. I love this one right here. An empty tank will take you exactly nowhere. It is time to refill. Refill, recharge, rejuvenate. Make sure that you are doing the things that you love. Get Mother's Day is Monday. So you should be pouring into your mother. Get her something very, very special. Like I said, you can buy her a whole set. Hold on 1 minute. Y'all want to know my sin of the day? Okay, my scent of the day is Bombshell Bronze from Victoria's Secret. And for all of my mango lovers out there, this is the business. So that's why I decided to go with all things bronze today as well, because I was feeling great. And bronze is definitely it. Angel Reese is the face of it. It smells so great for all of my mango lovers out there. So definitely get you some of it. Get you some of it. Get this for your mom. It will make a great And they you can even go and create bundles. Go to victoriasecret.com and you can go and no, this is not sponsored. But if you want to get your mom something special, this is it. Get her the highlighting all, get her the 3.4 ounce as well too. So, with me having my points, I this was only it was 79 bucks. But when you use your points, they take a little bit off it off. So definitely. I get the mailers from Victoria's Secret as well too. So I'm gonna sit that to the side. But that's my sin of the day. And also make sure that y'all are following me on Instagram at style by Stevie underscore daytime. So make sure y'all also go and check out Dee Whitt as well. We're waiting on him. And then I'm going to close on out Fashion Dolls once we get those final thoughts of the day from Dee Whitt. Today's show was solely centered around self care. And I want you all to be gentle. Make sure that you're resting, recharging,
You could
and
say
taking
that
care of
helping
yourself.
when you were instructed to do something, right? Right, school. You said yes to. You committed to that, right? You decide not to go and give some name excuse that Missy wouldn't let you go, right? Because she didn't believe you. But you could have even said, "Let's go ask Dion right now." But I'm supposed to. You should have done that. You didn't do that. You still stood there and shit. I know what I told you. You also know you know what you told me. You said I'm gonna come in the program today. Then you decided to come to the program because she said to be upstairs at 3 o'clock. Why weren't you downstairs at 3 o'clock? Because you told me that to go to I can come to Dion. And what did I tell you when you told me that? You should go downstairs at 3 o'clock, correct? Why didn't you go downstairs at 3 o'clock? Because I thought we could go to like that. Okay, right, and you did. And she said no because she didn't believe you, right? So why did you say, okay, then can you call Dion? I should have to go and tell you this. Yeah, because I need like you with vision with like right, but still, this is the point as well. Y'all here, you give me excuse, but instead he goes outside
All
and
right,
decided
y'all,
to do his
Fashion
own
Dolls, don't forget,
on TikTok.
Monday
They give you some
is
name excuse to
Mother's
call
Day.
you
So
something.
make sure y'all get your stuff
That's what he
set.
told me. He
I've
goes
got
to
my
TikTok.
stuff set for
Because she had
Mother's
work.
Day.
She said at home.
Hopefully, my
That's
mom,
what
I'll get
happened.
some more
He told me
updates
that.
and I will try my best to keep you guys posted. But thank y'all all so much for your
That's
love,
what
your
she told me.
unconditional
He doing
support,
there. Right.
everything. And we're waiting on DeWitt, and then I'm a wrap, y'all. Or I'll probably bring him back on for another episode. We'll do that. But I love y'all, Fashion Dolls. I'm going to have to go, and I will see y'all tomorrow
You
with
should have been on
Kendra.
your phone, period. That phone should have been in your pocket because you were there to do a service, provide help.